Hi everybody and welcome back to today's tutorial. Continuing on with our breakout game, first of all we're going to add an introduction. All games have a title screen with an introduction graphic of some sort and options and things, and our breakout clone is going to be the same. To start with, we need to add two new sprites from the assets folder. SPR underscore title, TITLE, load sprite, and mine are saved in here. So I'll find the title sprite, and OK, and then I'll create a play sprite, SPR underscore play, load sprite, and there it is, and OK. Now we need to create an object, and I'm going to call mine obj underscore play. Now I'm going to assign it the play sprite and add a create event. Next I want to add in an execute code, and you need to type in the following: alpha, ALPHA, space equals space 0 semicolon enter, INI underscore open bracket quotation marks score dot INI quotation marks bracket semicolon enter, high score space equals space INI underscore read underscore real bracket quotation marks score quotation marks comma quotation marks 0 quotation marks comma 0 bracket semicolon enter, INI underscore close open bracket close bracket semicolon enter, draw underscore set underscore h align bracket FA underscore center, and remember to spell center the American way, end bracket semicolon enter, draw underscore set underscore color, spelt the American way, bracket C underscore white end bracket semicolon. You should recognize the draw codes from a previous section, as well as the way of assigning a variable to a value, alpha. But there are some new things to learn here. Obviously, when playing a game, one of the main challenges is to beat a previous high score, and so we're going to have our game maintain the high score all the time, even if you exit and restart, through the use of INI files, INI files. These files are simple to use and great for holding small amounts of information. What the above code does is open one, creating it if it doesn't already exist, and reads a value from it. If that value does not exist, the default value of 0 is returned, assigning it to the variable high score to be displayed on the screen. So we're going to give that the big green tick. Next, we need to add a draw event, and we're going to assign it the following code. Just before I start this part of the code, guys, I just want to explain to you that if you are not understanding a lot of the scripting that we're doing at the moment, don't stress. For level 1 game creation, You do not have to include any of the scripting. It can all possibly be drag and drop. Okay, so don't stress if you don't understand it, but we need to continue with this tutorial so you understand some of the concepts we're covering. Okay, the script. Draw underscore self, open bracket, close bracket, semicolon, enter. Draw underscore sprite, bracket, SPR underscore play, comma, space 0, comma, space x, comma, space 160, bracket, semicolon, enter. Draw underscore text, bracket, x, comma, space 440, comma, space, quotation marks, capital H, high, HI, dash, capital S, score, space, colon, space, end quotation, space, plus, space, string, bracket, high score, end bracket, semicolon, enter. Draw underscore set, underscore alpha, bracket alpha, bracket, semicolon, enter. Draw underscore rectangle, bracket 0, comma, space 0, comma, space, room underscore width, comma, space, room underscore height, comma, space, false, end bracket, semicolon, enter. Draw underscore set underscore alpha, bracket 1, bracket, semicolon. This code will draw the play button, draw the high score and titles, and draw a basic transition effect when the button has been pressed to start the game. And the button itself, for that we will need an alarm and a mouse event. So add a mouse pressed event into the object now. Whoops, I see a spelling mistake first. Backspace that D. Ooh, lucky I double checked. I hope you guys double check everything as well. Give it the big green tick. So now we need to add a mouse left pressed event, and into that object we're going to put the following code. If underscore alpha space equals space 0, enter, start fancy bracket, enter, alarm square bracket 0 square bracket space equals space 1 semicolon, enter, score space equals space 0 semicolon, enter, lives space equals space 3 semicolon, enter, end fancy bracket. That code checks the alpha variable, and if it's 0 it will run the alarm as well as set the initial score and lives. We do this check to make sure that the event will only be run once, even if the player presses the button more than once. We'll give that the big green tick, and this time we need to create an alarm event for alarm 0 and add the following code. Alpha space plus equals space 0.05 semicolon enter. If space alpha space greater than or equal to space 1 enter, start fancy bracket enter, room underscore go to bracket rm underscore game, rm underscore main bracket semicolon enter, end fancy bracket enter, else space alarm square bracket 0 square bracket space equals space 1 semicolon. This final bit of code will repeat, changing the alpha variable so that the transition effect is created before the room is changed to the game room. So that's the intro taken care of. Now to add the finishing touches to the game itself. Okay, we're now finished with our object play, so we'll give that the OK. The game is now almost complete, and we just need to add a couple of finishing touches. One of the most important things left to do is make the collisions with the ball and the other objects neater, as at the moment the ball can sometimes become trapped excuse me, when the are trapped. For this we are going to use a script. Scripts are snippets of code that you can write to create your own functions for GameMaker, and they can take arguments and return values just like any built-in function. What we're going to do is right click on the scripts folder and create script. We're going to in this area here, we're going to rename our script scr underscore move underscore out, and in here we are going to type the following code: while space bracket place underscore meeting, and I see I've made a spelling mistake, bracket x comma space y comma space argument 0 end brackets enter start fancy bracket enter x space plus equal to space length dir underscore x bracket, and that is a 1, I think, 1 comma space argument 1 end bracket semicolon enter y space plus equal to space length dir underscore y bracket 1 comma argument 1 bracket semicolon enter end fancy bracket. What the script is going to do is move the instance that runs the script along a given direction 1 pixel at a time until it no longer detects a collision with the given object. The object is passed to the script as an argument, as is the direction that we're going to move the instance. So we'll give that the big green tick. And because I'm running out of time in this tutorial, I'll stop it there. So just hit save everybody, and tune in for the next part of the tutorial.